Hey guys, and welcome to the CSS tutorial part 10. In this tutorial we're going to be learning about adding shadows to the text. In this tutorial we're going to be learning about how to add shadow onto our text, deciding how many pixels, which is px, we are going to use for the shadow effect, and adding blur and adding color as well. So this is going to be the text shadow CSS layout right here. So we're going to have like the property which is like a h2 or like paragraph or something, and then here we're going to put the text shadow right here, text shadow, and then we're going to write the pixels right here. So we're going to know what each of them technically means. So the 5 pixels right here is going to be the x axis, so you're going to put the shadow on the x axis, this one on the y axis, and the 10 pixels will be the blur, so the blur size, and the blue is obviously going to be the color. So let's go on to Sublime Text. So here we are on Sublime Text, and let's go through the first bit. So we could do the shadow text on the header just because it just looks way better than on the paragraph. So let's make it a h2. So if we just make it h2 right here, and then we could write what do we put here? Yeah, I mean this. I'll just write this is a web page right here, and then yeah. So for now, just put that. Then just save that, and then here let's go into the design CSS and put the text shadow. So here we could just put h2 here, so we could put it into a class as well. So we could put h2, or let's just make a few enters. So h2 dot shadow right here, and do dome right there, and then here we could just write. So we're gonna put it. So we're gonna put text shadow first. Text shadow, and then here we're gonna put the x, y, the blur, and the color. So we could just start it off by just putting the x and y. So we could just put let's do 5 pixels, then 5 pixels. So we don't need any commas or anything like that. So we just put, and then put a semicolon, save that, go into the website right here, and then here this is haven't put anything onto it, so just put h2, then put the class, and then we put shadow, and then this time it'll work. So if you just save that and go back on it, refresh, then yeah. So I mean 5 pixels isn't that, I mean it's pretty bad, but I think we could, if we put a blur on it, it'll be a little bit better. So so yeah, so that's the shadow right there, the text shadow. I think 5 pixels will be it's a bit too much, so we could put 3, then 3, then put that on, and then here, yeah, it's a bit better, I guess. We're gonna add some blur onto it and color, so it'll just make it a lot more better. So so yeah, so the text shadow right here. So far we've done the x and y axis of the text shadow. We could also we're gonna add the blur as well. So if we just put I mean for the blur we could just put any pic, but this time we could do 5 pixels. So that's the blur right there, and then we're gonna add the color later. So we just save that, then go on that, then here, yeah, see, so it's a lot more better with the blur, so you could barely see this is a web page again. So yeah, so that's the blur right there, and we're gonna add some colors as well onto it. So we could put yeah, so let's go on to Google, and here we could just type in color picker right there, and then here we could do like do light blue, yeah, around here. So yeah, something like that. So copy that right there, then go on Sublime Text, and here's alright, yeah, so that's the color done right there. So if we just save that and save both of them just in case, save that, then bond that, then yeah, so it's sort of light blue right there. So it's a light blue color, or the color we picked on the color picker on Google. So yeah, so that's right there, so it looks pretty good. So I mean, it would be better if we add like a color onto the text as well, but I mean, for this tutorial we're not gonna add any of that right there. So yeah, so I think that's it for now. So yeah, so you could just add the y axis, the on the x axis, y axis of the pixels, the blur, and the color right there. So you could put, instead of you putting like a hashtag right there, you could just put like blue or something like that, just to make it even simpler. But I use a color picker just to make, like, you know, the blur a lot more better right there. We could do another example as well. So we could do a we could do 1 again, I guess. Nah, let's do 3. We could do 3, and then here we could do another class as well. So here just write this is shadow text right there, and then yeah, so we're not gonna add any class because we haven't created one. I mean, we have, but we're not gonna use that. So we could just put h3 dot shadow again, or let's put shadow 2 or shadow 3 because h3. So we could just put shadow 3 right there. Don't do that. And then here just write text shadow right there. And then let's do we could increase the pixels. We could probably do 5 pixels by 5 pixels. We might increase it. We could also, and we could do like 7 pixels for that. Then here the color, so if you just go on the color picker right there, we could do, let's do sort of like a green right here, and then down around there. Yeah, so right there, so just go on that. So just copy, then paste onto here, then do the semicolon, save that, and then here go into the class, then write shadow 3 or whatever name you called it. So save that, so save both of them. If you haven't, go on that, and then here, yeah, right there. So this is shadow text. So as it's a h3, the header will be a lot more smaller. So we could actually make it, let's increase that to 10 maybe. We could do 10, and then we could double up the 7 pixels. We could put like 20 right there, and save that. Then maybe let's see how it looks like. You can barely see it. Yeah, I don't think you could see it. So I think yeah, so we could just change it back to 5 pixels, I guess. So so yeah, so if we just save that, then it'll go back to normal one. Wait, what happens if we do 1 pixel? That might be bigger, I think. So if we just save, yeah, so yeah, it'll be just like right behind the text. So yeah, so I mean that actually looks pretty good as well. So so yeah, that's right there. So I think we're done here. So in this tutorial we went through the text shadow, the x and y axis for the pixels, the amount of blur we could add, and the color right there. So we use the color picker for that, but instead of using the color picker, you could make it look simpler by writing like blue or green or something like that. So let's go into the CSS questions. So here are the CSS questions. So for number 1, what were the 3 things we have learned in this tutorial? Number 2, can you add color onto our shadow effects? And number 3, does the text shadow need a Z coordinate? So there will be an easy, medium, actually just easy and medium. So I'll give you a few seconds. So hopefully you've answered all those questions. If you haven't, just pause the video before we go on to the answers. So now let's go on to the answers right now. So for number 1, how to add shadow onto our text, adding blur and adding color. Number 2, yes, we can add color onto our shadow effect. And number 3, no, it doesn't need the Z coordinate. So, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like for more tutorials like these in the future. Thank you.